You can start when you're ready. Thank you for your support of Lindsay, but we're going to have her get started. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, Superintendent Balderas, Board Chair Perez, and members of the school board. For the record, my name is Lindsay Ray, and I'm a high school math teacher currently serving as the president of the Beaverton Education Association. I'm here tonight with many Beaverton educators, current and former Beaverton students. I have one of my former students here today, Beaverton families and Beaverton community members to stand united in our profound disappointment. Last Thursday evening, I received a call letting me know that BSD was moving our bargain to mediation. 13 minutes later, before I had the opportunity to even inform the majority of our bargaining team, an email was sent out to all BSD staff and soon after to BSD families to not only announce that management had moved to mediation, but also to paint an incredibly incomplete and misleading picture of bargaining. Negotiations.
I'm going to ask that you please stay quiet so that Lindsay can finish. Thank
Negotiations are about moving toward each other, and we've been moving. We brought a package to the bargaining table in June that was a clear move toward settlement. In fact, we moved toward BSD by approximately $162 million in that package, and yet the district did not seriously engage with us at the table. We remain committed to fighting for a quality education for Beaverton students. We are in the midst of negotiations, and this is a process. The BEA bargaining team met last Thursday for 8 hours to identify ways to come to the table with movement. While it's the district's right, we didn't ask for mediation, and we feel that we were making progress at the table. In fact, our bargaining chair emailed the BSD bargaining chair to let her know that we would be coming to the next bargaining session, originally scheduled for tomorrow, with 3 articles, including one tentative agreement. Hours later, we were met with the email that claimed that bargaining had stalled and no movement was being made, which was baffling. Yesterday, we reached out again to ask if we can meet with the BSD team as scheduled again tomorrow to share those articles and the TA, and we were told no. I am also very confused why district management chose to use Parent Square, a platform meant to communicate. A platform
I'm going to let you
meant
please
to
keep it down so Lindsay can speak. Thank you.
platform meant to communicate with families about school-related topics to push out a one-sided narrative about bargaining to the Beaverton community. I know of folks who have been given strict guidelines about the use of Parent Square and have been warned about using it for advocacy of any kind. I am troubled that management would choose this moment to suddenly communicate about a bargaining issue on this platform, violating those very policies. This action, as you can see, has ignited a righteous anger within the ranks of BEA educators, as well as our larger Beaverton community. At BEA, we believe in transparency and accountability, values that are core to our work and that are reflected in our commitment to an open bargaining process. Open bargaining ensures that not only our members, but our community sees exactly what is at stake when it comes to the future of our schools. We are fighting for professional respect, and that means real accountability, shared decision-making, and a commitment to transparency. Finally, in response to the award from Forbes, BSD has been a great place to work, largely because our union has fought for working conditions that attract highly qualified educators and learning conditions that our students deserve, because Beaverton educators are showing up day in and day out to support students coming from every walk of life, and because Beaverton families and our Beaverton communities support and believe in our schools. Looking ahead, we are committed to fighting for a fair and sustainable contract. Our members and our community are paying attention to the decisions being made by BSD management and our elected leaders in the thick of this, and we expect better. Since the district has decided to cancel the session for tomorrow, we hope to see all of you outside our first mediation session. Thank you.
will now thank you, Lindsay. Welcome, Kirsty. We're going to let Kirsty from OSEA speak now. Thank you. And please be mindful that we have children and family members present. We want to make sure that we're respectful to Kirsty and other speakers. Thank you.
Good evening to all of my classified colleagues here, and an extra good evening to all my certified educators here. Good evening to members of the school board, Chair Perez, Dr. Balderas. Thanks for having us this evening. Ooh, it's warm in here. For more reasons than just all the body heat. My name is Kirsty Sackman. Are you thirsty? I'm Kirsty. I will continue to remind you of that until every admin in this district says my name correctly. We just sent an email, I think recently, about the importance of names and saying them correctly, so I would like to advocate again. Are you thirsty? Because I'm Kirsty. I'm a SPED para rover in our district and the OSEA classified president-elect. At this time, I struggle with where to start with my presentation. As always, as a paraeducator, I love my job. I love this district. I found safe home in this district as a kid who lived in the Title I world and moved to more than 15 different schools. Love this district, but it's tiring. I have a scratch on my eye today. Putting it nicely, that really hurts. From a student just being excited. He wasn't even mad. He was just excited. But it hurts, and work shouldn't hurt this much. My arms covered in bruises, scrapes, cuts from the last week of work. Again, I love my students, but it's because every classroom I have been in as a rover is so unbelievably understaffed that there's not enough. There's not enough of us to keep dignity, respect, keep my students with their clothes on, their pants changed, as well as keep their hands and bodies safe towards others. So I put myself in the middle so that our students are safe and hopefully engaging. I make that point because I had a meeting between our last school board meeting and now when I was speaking about the massive need for staff, especially in classified. And after the meeting, I was questioned, well, Kirsty, we just had a job fair with 300 staff. How many of them have been hired, let alone trained, safety care, vector training, onboarding, or even had time to meet with even an office staff to know where a staff bathroom is? That job fair was a month ago. I see the hard work coming from the district and getting the people and finding the names on the list, but we need more of the work and the training to get the staff on the ground. As a labor leader, I am very excited to say that we as OSEA have tentatively agreed to several compensation articles for our contract, have been voted in strongly by our membership. Thank you, OSCA members. Thank you, support from the BEA staff. And we're excited tonight that the school board will be going forward with hopefully approving these T8 articles. But also recognizing that we reopen our entire contract in early 2025. I was already a little hesitant and nervous, but we, not just me, but me, my entire board, and OSCA members alike, we know that the same way that our teachers can't work without us, we can't work without them. And the disrespect of the way that the mediation came out, I will leave it to what everything perfectly Lindsay said, but it struggles for me as a union leader and an educator and a community member of where I know where to go. I am thankful for our OSCA staff for this contract year of 24-25, but I am hesitant and anxious knowing what BA is going through and what soon we will be engaging with the district. I think I want to end with, we need more. We need more than just a hiring event and trying really hard to come up with creative ways. We need quality staff, but not just new quality staff. We need to retain our current quality staff. I stand in solidarity with BEA and every single classified and certified worker in this district. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirsty. Thank you. Again, the board welcomes public comments virtually or in person from up to 10 people who sign up before the meeting. We are Reno, and over a board, as well as staff. Thank you. Katie, sorry. Please come up to the front table. Please. You have your microphone? Yep, you got the microphone on. Eliza, you'll be the next speaker after Katie. Please come forward to the front row of the seats and be ready to go next. Thank you. You can start, Katie, when you're ready.
Good evening, board members. My name is Katie Lukens. I'm an elementary school teacher in this district, currently serving as the vice president of the Beaverton Education Association. I also want to say, I think we can all see why BEA is fighting for climate control as we sit in this room and just imagine trying to teach in this. I am here tonight on behalf of the thousands of educators who are the backbone of this district, standing firm in our demand for change. At BEA, we stand for our transparency and accountability, and these principles must extend to everything. That's why we're calling for open mediation, where our community can witness firsthand how these negotiations impact our students and our schools. This fight is about safe, inclusive learning environments and professional respect, which includes shared decision-making, true accountability, and a commitment to retaining and recruiting quality educators. Last Thursday, the district unilaterally declared mediation, claiming BEA has made little movement and hasn't reached a tentative agreement in months. What's shocking is that the declaration came just hours after we emailed the district notifying them that we were bringing multiple articles, including a tentative agreement, to the session that was scheduled for tomorrow. This kind of misrepresentation is not only misleading, but it also undermines the good faith efforts of our educators that have been making at the bargaining table. Recently, the district has implied that the need for plan time contributes to large class sizes. This assertion is both disappointing and offensive. Planning time is not a luxury for educators. It is a necessity. It is the time we use to prepare for the diverse needs of our students, ensuring that every child gets the attention and the instruction that they deserve. We demand that the district stop making excuses and start focusing on what truly matters: the success of our students and the respect of the educators who serve them.
Thank you, Katie. The next speaker is Eliza. Eliza, you can start when you're ready. You can start when you're ready. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, my name is Eliza. I go to ACMA. My mom works at Westview High School. I've noticed that classrooms are small compared to the amount of students. There are slim walkways to your desk when you walk into, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. When you walk into your classroom, and people keep on tripping over bags and other stuff. And when you leave, you could accidentally knock over a chair when you put them up, and it could land on a student, which is dangerous. But also, I've noticed that teachers aren't getting the stuff that they need, like textbooks and tools, which causes them to have students pair up, which I'm so sorry.
You're doing it. You got this.
Which I think is stupid. Teachers should be able to have the supplies that they need. They shouldn't have to beg for them, plead. They shouldn't have to pay for them or ask for them even. They should have them already. I hope you listen to me and the others who do this. Thank you.
Thank you, Eliza. Thank you, Eliza. Great job. Our next will be Claire, followed by Doug. Claire, you can go ahead and come up. And you can start when you're ready, Claire.
Hi, good evening. My name is Claire Renaud, and I am the proud mom of Eliza and Max, who are both students here in the Beaverton School District. I'm also a teacher at Westview. I wanted to express my tremendous dismay at the tone of the message that got sent out to the community, and it just threw teachers under the bus. To be honest, I was disgusted. I have felt supported and excited to work here, and the mood has just tanked over the past couple of years. I think it's disgusting that the tone was that teachers aren't moving towards you when we are consistently trying to find collaborative ways to work with you. I think it's disgusting that we claim poverty when we have 20 million in reserves, when we have people who work in the district office who make in excess of $200,000, $300,000, close to 400 with all compensation included. I think it's disgusting that we have SRO programs that cost us currently $500,000 a year and will cost us in the millions should you decide to go forward with that when there's zero evidence that it keeps us safer. I am begging you to please listen to teachers. You keep talking about wanting to hear from the community. We are the community. We see kids more than their parents most of the time. It makes me want to scream, it makes me want to cry that you're not hearing us. You should be ashamed to treat teachers this way and try to throw us under the bus in front of the community. You need to think about what you're doing because you have lit a fire. You gained us more members and you got the students mad. They don't like being one of 40 in a classroom. Would you like it if they doubled the size of the board? How big would your voice be if we doubled the size of your board? Would your faces be as visible? We have graduation rate issues, we have attendance issues, and when you stack our students into classrooms that don't accommodate them, you're telling them they don't matter.
Thank you, Claire. Our next speaker is Doug, followed by Carrie.
Good evening. My name is Doug Renaud. I'm a musician with the Oregon Symphony, proudly represented by the American Federation of Musicians, Local 99 in Portland. I live in Beaverton. I am married to a Beaverton School District teacher, Claire Renaud, and stepfather to Eliza and Max. They attend Beaverton schools. It was infuriating to me that the district took a look at BAA's latest proposal, and instead of continuing to negotiate openly, they abruptly announced that they had called for closed mediation in a demeaning statement to our entire community that was clearly intended to portray our teachers and staff as greedy and stubborn. Calling for closed mediation at this point in the process does not signal their intention to bargain in good faith. If they'll say things like this about teachers in a public statement, imagine what they'll say behind closed doors. As Lindsay Ray said earlier, BEA has been fighting throughout this process for professional respect in the form of transparency, accountability, and shared decision-making. Turning to closed mediation when there was a legitimate proposal on the table robs all of us of that transparency. BSD keeps touting their fancy awards from Forbes magazine. Forbes is a pro-business, anti-working class institution whose primary function appears to be celebrating the wealthiest people in the world while ignoring the workers who produce that wealth. Who in the district did they survey? Did they just call the top paid members of district staff? Surely they did not speak to any teachers. By the way, these shiny little awards are featured prominently in the reception area of district offices, right out those doors. I think it really shows you where BSD's priorities are, polishing their own image while denying students and workers the learning environments and working conditions they deserve. As a member of the BSD community, I urge the district to continue bargaining openly in good faith with BEA so our teachers, staff, and most importantly, our students can have their basic needs met. By closing the public out of these negotiations, the district is making it very difficult.
Thank you, Doug. Our next speaker is Carrie, followed by Jennifer. Go ahead, Carrie. You can start when you're ready.
Hello. Thank you, Superintendent Balderas and the school board members. My name is Carrie Bernstein. I'm a parent of 2 students at Montclair Elementary. I'm an active volunteer in the school, and I'm in the classrooms at least once a week, if not multiple days a week. I am infuriated in how the negotiations between the BEA and the BSD have been handled by the employees of the district. I've been attending many of these recent board meetings since we uncovered the school consolidation plans this spring. And I've been surprised and disappointed to hear from the BEA on the information about how BSD employees were not prepared for negotiations, how meetings were canceled, and how long these negotiations have been ongoing. The fact that the contract was signed for YSOs before the budget was approved by you, the board, was disgusting. And yet, we, the 3rd largest school district in Oregon, do not have a contract for our educators. It's just appalling and unimaginable. I was also profoundly disappointed by the communication, as many others have been stating. I don't think I need to drill that home anymore. And lastly, in an effort for transparency, in the past, when I've watched the live streams on YouTube, the entire room is shown. And tonight, for some reason, it is zoomed in just on the presenter. So I'm not sure if that's a
Please let her
mistake,
finish. Thank you.
or I'm gonna lean into that was a mistake, and maybe we could zoom out on the camera and allow people at home to see everyone in attendance. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie. Our next. You can start when you're ready.
Okay.
Oh, wait 1 second, please. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, no problem.
Thank you, Carrie. We'll turn the timer toward you on the laptop. Sorry about that. You can start when
Hello,
you're ready.
my name is Jennifer Falkowski, and I'm a 1st grade teacher at Findlay Elementary. This is my 28th year of teaching and my 19th year in the Beaverton School District. Proudly, I might add. In all those years, I have never felt as disrespected as I did just after at 7 p.m. last Thursday night. Myself and my fellow employees felt betrayed because of the true message and intentions of our negotiations were ignored, and what was presented to the parents and community made us look like the scapegoat of these negotiations. Belong, believe, achieve. Those are the 3 words that we base all of our instruction on our schools. They're the first thing you see on our website. I ask you, who are the ones who actually put those goals into action? Who inspires and nurtures the children so they can live up to those statements? And it is us, your educators. We are the people executing the plans and teaching the curriculum and helping the humans in our care develop those habits of mind. We simply want what is best for our students. We also want to believe in those 3 statements. That's what we stand by as educators. Safe and healthy teaching conditions equals safe and healthy learning conditions. We want to feel valued, appreciated, and treated as the highly educated and adults that we are. We need to have language in our contract that not only values us as professionals, but gives us agency within our workday. We work tirelessly to create an environment that will not only teach us the curriculum, but finds the joy in learning. We work beyond our work hours with high class sizes and excessive disruptions to ensure that all our students have their needs met. However, these conditions cannot be sustained that we have right now. We need contract language that protects us and not micromanages us through our workday. We need contract language that supports and sustains healthy teaching and learning
Thank you,
environment.
Jennifer. We're at 2. And the timer's on the laptop. Sorry, it's not working on the screen.
Good evening. My name is Anthony Estrada. I have 2 children who attend Shoals Heights Elementary. I have no affiliation with the union. I'm here because of the message I received last Thursday. The message characterized the teachers as being unreasonable. This is a bad faith and destructive manner in which to conduct negotiations. Such messages do not make settlement any more likely. and the message failed to include important context. The message noted the union had made no movement towards agreement on compensation since May. It did not note what movement BSD had made in that time. The message compared the parties' proposals for cost of living increases and noted these were in addition to the step increases that they're also entitled to. It did not note that 44% of teachers are maxed out on their step increases, and these cost of living increases are all that they receive. The message did not note how the district's proposal matches up with the rate of inflation these past few years. Accepting a cost of living increase that does not, at a minimum, keep pace with inflation is tantamount to a wage decrease. The message noted that the deficit that would result from meeting the teachers' demands. This is part of a cycle. The legislature passes a budget that shortchanges education. The district cites to the inadequate funding as a reason to offer inadequate compensation. They point to the children and plead with the teachers to take less so the children don't suffer. The teachers are expected to sacrifice, to disregard their own needs for the benefit of the community. They do that and life goes on. Nothing changes. The cycle continues. The next inadequate budget passes. The cycle needs to end. Oregon can't claim we don't have money for teachers and then offer a $5.6 billion tax kicker to its residents. The teachers have sacrificed enough. We need to prioritize teachers and the value they provide our community, the same way we prioritize law enforcement and other essential workers. If we have to sacrifice a bit, experience some discomfort to get there, that's okay. It's the least we can do to support them, given all we ask of them and all they do for us.
Thank you, Anthony. The next speaker is Connor, followed on the computer on that side over there.
Hello, my name is Connor Pomeroy, and I am a paraeducator at an ISC class in Meadow Park Middle School. I am also a special ed kid myself. I am autistic. I am ADHD. So I have experience on both the student and the educator side of special ed. The main point I want to make, because I'm nervous and overstimulated, is is that I have had that experience. And the thought I've always had is, the superintendents and the board members, I would love to see them not just come to a school for a photo op, as great as that can be. I genuinely invite everyone here who is at a desk with a nameplate to come volunteer or find a way to work a day in an ISC classroom. To the point of the second speaker here, I got hit in the crotch yesterday and today. I love every one of my students, and to be honest, I have been working here a week and a half and I already adore each and every one of them with my whole heart, but it's a hard job. It's not easy, and I think having that personal experience of working with students instead of just going, taking pictures with the principal and then leaving and moving on with your life would be really good. Would be really good for everyone here to find some common ground, because it's not easy, but it's so worth it. I wake up in the morning like, oh my God, I'm up at 6 a.m. And then I get to work and I'm like, I get to see my students. Oh my God, I love it every day here. But when I hear my coworkers that have worked here for longer saying, we got blindsided by this, it feels childish and immature and like folks just panicked and ran away instead of taking a second and being adults. And that's really disappointing coming from people who are supposed to build this environment where children can become healthy, effective members of society. I'd also like, oh, I'm out of time. Thank you.
Thank you, Connor. Okay. No worries, we'll wait. You can start when you're ready, and the timer is going to be over there on the right.
Where on the right?
Or
All right. Good evening. My name is David Wilkinson, and I have proudly been a part of the Beaverton School District in this community for more than half a century. I attended school here. My children attend here. I've worked here for almost 25 years. As an employee, a parent, and a taxpayer, I am disgusted by the disingenuous, disrespectful, and destructive message sent out to the community about contract negotiations. It was petty, it was counterproductive, and it was wrong. As someone who has engaged in public education policy at the district, state, and federal level, I understand many of the challenges school boards face. You do very difficult work voluntarily, and I respect and appreciate your service. I also know you are faced with some challenges that can be tough to navigate. There are people who use our district as a rung on a ladder to better their careers. There are attorneys who increase their profits by manufacturing and prolonging conflicts, and many other things that don't benefit our kids. I don't envy you having to deal with any of this. Which brings me to one of the cost-neutral points of contention in negotiations, the professional day contract language. I believe the board will benefit from some information you likely won't get elsewhere. About a decade ago, a statistically vetted study was done by a doctoral candidate at the University of Oregon examining how long it takes for the certified employees in this district to do their jobs. The long and short is, it takes about 6.7 hours longer every week than what they are allegedly required to do. In other words, the certified members in this district volunteer about 1 day a week. I suspect if the study were repeated, the unpaid hours would be even higher. So my question to you is this: why on earth would the district insult the employees who do this? Why would you want to discourage them from continuing to so generously give of their time for the benefit of our kids and community? If the district wishes to move to a punch-the-clock system that doesn't honor the professionalism of its employees, there are a couple of very predictable results. Employees may no longer be willing to donate their afternoons and evenings and weekends for the betterment of our kids. They will, understandably, leave their work at work and go pursue other aspects of their lives where they may feel more respect and belonging. The brinksmanship the district has initiated comes...
David, that's your time.
All right.
Our final speaker will be Laura Shasher, providing her comments virtually. Laura, you can begin your comments now. Laura's online. Do you want to Laura, do you want to take your camera or? Okay. You can start when you're ready, and then there we go.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello, my name is to the
students from. Yeah, we'll give. Sure. I think they're coming up. Oops.